Alrighty, guys, good morning. Cheers to the coffee drinkers out there. We're gonna keep this short and simple. Today, out on the Delta, came here a couple weeks ago. Actually, a little bit later in the afternoon, did a multi-launch day. Didn't have much luck at the first spot, but this spot in particular, in the afternoon, got on some fish, got on some quality, got on some numbers. I've been thinking about that day, so today's trip out on the Delta, that exact same launch, that exact same spot, and we got a full day ahead of us. We got an incoming tide, which is what they seem to be biting best on last time. So it's a beautiful morning, calm conditions, sun is just rising. I think we're gonna get up into the 80s today for a high. No, really nothing else to say. Today's video, just a day of fishing out on the California Delta. Of course, taking you guys with me about 5 minutes from the first spot I want to start at, and we'll see what happens. Might as well go double buzz. Get us started. Hello, kind sir. Frog eater, huh? Skunk got the boat. Appreciate you. Man, I double hooked him. That's when you go through him in one end and go back through again. Jeez, sorry, buddy. Nice little chunk to start the morning. Thanks, buddy. I always appreciate a good frog bite. Little fella, give me a tug. Appreciate the tug. Those trough dinks, that's what they are. Making a substitution. Bone CHOPPO, you're going in. See what you can do. little guy. Little fella. Scared me. Ooh, got you good. Sorry, bud. Man, I'm hooking them all crazy today. Alright. Ooh, that seems better. Right? That was a great strike. I don't think it's a giant, but fun bite right there. Fun bite. Yeah, net him just for the hay of it. Fish there. Alrighty. There we go. Not a bad little fish right there. Seemed way bigger. Fun bite though. That guy, I think he got semi-airborne for that one. Alright, bone CHOPPO was a good substitution. Jeez. Well, as soon as it landed. You wouldn't think they'd be way up in that trough with this low tide, but they are. There's not much water back there, which is why it's kind of surprising they're biting back there. That's the thing about delta fish. They are not shy about getting shallow. Ooh, that one. Oh, God. Saw that one wake for it. Nice. That's another keeper. Man, it's fun catching topwater fish. Oh, he's actually not bad. That's a pretty good one, actually. What am I doing? Let's net that fella. There you go. There's a nice one. Good kayak bass right there. Nice and long. Alright, I'm getting bigger. Thank you, sir. That's the thing, you go miles and miles on the delta, it all looks so good, and just one little stretch seems to hold fish or have at least active fish. It's like, what, 4 bites, 3 bites, and 50-yard stretch? And I'm sure there's a bunch more where that came from. Oof. Little guys. All sorts of size back there. Ooh, that seemed like a better. That might be something you guys always tell me to do, and I don't do it because maybe I'm stubborn. But follow up bait on a fish that missed the topwater. I thought that was supposed to work. Oh, get off there. I almost like want to shake the little ones right now. Come on, buddy. Oh, easy. See? Scaring me. Don't scare me. Probably a little guy. Oh, pulled it again. Little dude pulled it again. Pulled the legs. Can't really throw the CHOPPO back here when this grass tops out. just get hung up, even though it does seem like they're eating the CHOPPO better. Maybe I'm just hooking them better because they're little and I'm dealing with a treble bait. I get a bigger size on average with a frog though, I'm guessing. Oof. Oh, sheesh. Another fun bite. Really fun. I'm telling you, some of these fish must be sitting in like 6 inches of water. There's hardly any water up on this bank. Just because the tide's so low. I mean, look. It's a solid 3.5, 4 feet that the tide's down right now. From the high tide last night. They're just like right up on that bank. Whoa. Jeez Louise. Oh my god, like literally, I don't know if I could cast any closer to the bank. Oh no! That sucks. That was a better one. What a strike though. It's like as soon as it lands, the first like crank is when I'm getting bit. See? Have a decent one. A little stretch might be worth a second pass. Because you can almost guarantee you didn't catch every single one of them back there. Oh, there's a good one. I net you. I haven't landed the last couple of fish. Not that big, but you're hot. Man, fun bite. If you were to ask me this morning what I'd like to do, ideally to catch these fish, topwater for sure. But a CHOPPO up against the bank, that's a fun bite. Not a giant, but a fun fish. And you wonder, would that fish have ate the frog if I threw the frog up there? I want to say yes, but I don't know, I don't think so. It could be a profile thing. I don't know, I just feel like this is forcing these fish to make a decision faster. It's like a fleeing bait fish and they have to hit it, whereas the frog, they kind of get a good look at it up there and they're like, maybe. But once this thing gets moving, they gotta either smash it or miss a meal, right? They're acrobatic today. That's cool. Acrobatic ones today. They are super hot today. I'm not liking how hot these fish are today. Get hung up after the first few feet of reeling this in, but it doesn't even matter. All the bites are on the bank. Try to hop it over the grass line. See? They're all right up on the bank. That's easy enough. Keep the pliers out. Oh. I don't feel like messing with those little ones on a treble bait. Super little one. Super little. The funny thing is, this bank kind of looks like nothing too. There's no reason visually to stop on it. That worked out. Oh, it came off. Crap. Kind of out in the middle. Even though it's really shallow right here. You can like see. It almost looks like it's raining, but it's not. These are like, I think it's little bugs. Maybe little bait fish eating bugs. I'm coming now. A school of them right there. School of micros. Ooh, man, look at him. Actually fighting pretty good. A little better. A little meat to him. Got a little meat to you. Thank you, sir. Let's see if any of your friends want to fall for it. I knew we were going to throw this eventually, and to be honest, all things considered, this was the most productive bait last time. Just a little underspin. As far as numbers go, caught our bigger ones on the chatterbait, but find them grouped up like this, like we did last time, this thing was just getting bit. We're almost to the one spot where we must have caught 25-30 fish. Nothing big, a couple of 15-16 inchers. Just a lot of fun catching them because they were biting the underspin and moving baits, and you know, sometimes it's fun just to have a good whack fest, no matter what the size. Oh, smashed right there. Smashed. Alright, I'm gonna put something on a little more durable. If you guys are gonna whack this thing, it's smashed. Oh, yeah. Still biting. It's a really good bite today. Really good bite. A little better quality. Easy. Man, these fish are so hot. I think it just is representative of their mood. They're so aggressive. It'd be one of the tougher days to measure fish on the board. They'd be flopping all over the place. Another decent one. I'm gonna stay off this bank. Chokage. Chokage. Right. That was literally stacked right there. What's funny is it seems like the underspin is actually catching the better fish. We're calling out the micros, you know? I'm catching some really tiny ones on the CHOPPO. You'd think a topwater would call out the small ones, but looks like the underspin's calling out the small ones. Oh no, that looked like a good one. Oh, getting bit right there. A little pile right there. couldn't do this all day, right? These fish are a little bit further off the bank. Oh, God. Oh, man. This is wild. I mean, look at the grass. This is what we're fishing. It's the same thing up there as it is right here. There's not much grass here. Kind of just like a rocky flat. But these fish are just stacked. They're just sitting here. Just another area where you wouldn't give it a second thought if you passed it. Not fished this spot before. Many times. Never really had any luck. I mean, caught a fish here and there, but fish stacked on it like this? No way. That's why the fish in the Delta are interesting. Always changing. Well, we're approaching the spot where we caught a bunch of them last time out. Tide's not the same. These are Delta fish, so I think it's a 50-50 chance that they're here. That might be a good sign though as we approach it. Looking for something bigger though. Looking for a bigger bite. I just saw the bait too right there. Let's see. Oh, they are here. See, that's the exact same bait that was getting blown up on last time. Look at that. Look at that. Same spot. Holy smokes. This is different. Are they striper or bass though? That'll be the question. Oh, they are bass. Last time was like the only time I've ever seen that kind of thing on the Delta. It's like what happens on the lakes and the reservoirs out here. Those little shad or silver sides or whatever they are. Never seen that on the Delta before, except for last time and now this time. Well, I guess they're still here. You can see them on the graph too. They're just using this little funnel, this little pinch point, and just munching on bait. It was just better last time, I think, because we had a lot more wind and the tide was moving a lot stronger. Slowly creeping in now, but we're still pretty low. And I get that water moving to really stack that bait and stack those fish up. Some of these are bigger blow-ups. There's got to be some good ones down there. Some of them are bigger blow-ups. There we go. Surprising. God, what are you, a striper? Quit pretending to be striper. See, I know this area, and that is interesting. That fish hit that bait in like no water. There's like no water up there. If I would stand up and go over there, there's like hardly any water. Couldn't even really fit my boat back there. The pedal drive would hit the bottom. They must be lurking around shallow too. Like, look how stupid shallow that is. The fish was sitting up there, see? Already hitting bottom. That bait. Oh, see him right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's cool. It's really cool. That's the bait right there. Kind of want to catch that bait. Look at that thing. I just want to see what the bait looks like. It's definitely got like a black dot on its side, and there looks to be about 3 to 4 inches long. Obviously these birds know what's up too. Not a bad one. See, these fish are eating good. Well, one of the strange situations where I come back a week later or whatever it was in an area you found fish on the Delta and they're still here. Definitely doesn't seem to happen like that more often than not. one. Yep, see, there are good ones back here. It's not all dinks. Oh, boat flip fail. There we go. There's a chunker. Oh, too much fun today. These are the days that I live for. That's why I put myself through so much torture on the Delta. You come out here so many times, or I come out here a lot, probably more than I should, but you know the potential. That's what keeps you coming back. And when you hit days like this, you're like, whew, yeah, buddy, it was worth it. Oh, shoot. I was just asking for this little bait fish. Something must have spit this up. That's what they're eating. I mean, that's kind of a small one. Piles of these. See if anything comes and eats it. Yeah, it's real shiny in the water. See why a blade would be so good. You know, this area certainly got the fish, and yeah, we can catch one here and there. It's not as good as it was last time. I think we need that wind and that tide to keep moving a little bit more, but let's cover some new water. Hopefully run across a big one. That would be the cherry on top today. That big bite, that 4+ pound fish. I think there's certainly potential. Certainly potential. Man, catching some fish. It deserves a snack break. Coined this the meat stick section of the drawer. Fits the meat sticks perfectly. Go with OG hickory. Can't beat it. Best kayak snack you can have out there. Just a simple meat stick. Oh! Finally got a bite. Not sure how big it was, but it took me off guard. It's been so long. Oh! This might be another bank with some fish on it. I think he's okay. Looks like he's got a big head. I haven't really seen him. Oh yeah, it's a good one. Oh, how do I miss that fish? There we go, folks. Whew, nice. Not a giant, but that's a quality one. That is a quality one. Smoke the CHOPPO. Good kayak bass right there. 16.5, 17 incher. Alrighty. Big fish of the day. Back to El CHOPPO. It looks like. Ooh. That one just come up and give it a tick. Oh! Wow! That was freaking cool. Very pinned. Boom! Man, we're getting some really good strikes today. Really cool blow-ups. Another quality fish right there. Fat one. Beautiful fish. Man, you crushed that thing. You're not letting that get away. Alrighty folks, just afternoon. 12 o'clock, kind of a short day. Didn't stay out there as long as I thought I would, but tell you what, man, we got our fix. We got some numbers, we got some topwater bites, a couple of quality ones in the mix. So I'm good, man. I came out to catch some fish, get blown up on, swing that rod, and we did just that. But just to quickly recap the day, started out this morning just before sunrise, started on a really low tide. You can see how low that tide was. Good 4.5 feet down from probably midnight last night. Started out with some topwater stuff, got pretty ambitious with a double buzz. I'll just admit it, I'm not good at fishing a double buzz bait. I think of all baits, that's probably one of the hardest baits to control or at least fish with from a kayak. Ended up changing over to a confidence bait, the Bone CHOPPO size 90, and I would say that was definitely one of 2 winning baits for today. As soon as we picked that bait up, tied it on, we started getting bit. What was interesting is these fish were really shallow, right up against the bank. Again, low tide, you wouldn't think that these fish would be right on the bank. You'd think maybe they'd suck out a little bit into the grass, maybe more so the main channel, but no, they were right on the bank, and it was very obvious. I think most of our bites were when we throw that CHOPPO right up to the bank, the first couple of cranks just to get that tail spinning, and they'd smoke it. So that told me those fish were setting up right there. They're definitely in a bait chasing, bait feeding mood. It was obvious from multiple perspectives today, but that CHOPPO was just the ticket this morning. Found one little stretch, obviously we did some damage, caught a couple of nice ones, nothing huge, but some solid fish, and then we just kept moving on. The other bait today, which was the other winner, was definitely that little underspin bait, small little blade bait. Again, a bait imitator. We saw that little bait that they were busting on, tiny little silver sides or shad or something, but obviously those 2 baits, the CHOPPO and then the underspin, really were a good match, the hatch deal. Found another area that had a group of fish, and that was another thing today that I noticed. It seemed like when we get 1 or 2 bites, we'd get multiple. These fish were schooled up in certain areas along the river channel, and that second area was really good for not the big fish, but again, quality, sizable, chunky fish, and we catch them. So yeah, caught a bunch of underspin fish, then pretty much made our way back. Yeah, the only bait that I could get bit on after that was that Bone CHOPPO, and then I guess as a bonus to end the day, we caught 2 of our better fish, maybe the 2 biggest fish of the day on that CHOPPO. And I'll say this too, the topwater bite was all of a topwater bite today because those fish were coming out of the water, they were acrobatic, they were hot, going crazy. I mean, it was a vicious bite today, so it was a lot of fun. I had a great time out there. You just never know when you come out to the Delta if it's going to be a fantastic day, an okay day, an In-N-Out burger day. You just never know, so definitely appreciate the days like this where they're biting, they're chewing, catch them how you want to. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Today's half day out on the Delta. As always, I thank you for watching, for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next one.